Good evening, my dear students. I am Mrs. Parvati, PGT Physics, Holy Hearts Educational Academy, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Today, I would like to discuss the second application of Ampere circuital law. It is used to find the magnetic field B induction, that is B, due to a current through a very long circular cylinder. Cylinder, in the form of cylinder you take, and current is carrying. Here I would like to discuss the current is carrying not only from outside surface but also inside also. Cylinder carrying current. So what is the magnetic field induced due to current carrying by the circular cylinder? We are going to find out. Here there are three cases arise. Number one case is if the point P lies outside the cylinder, then what is the expression for magnetic field? If the point lies on the cylinder, what is the magnetic field? If the point lies inside the cylinder, what are the again subcases and how do we find out? This is the today's topic, right? So consider a cylinder which carries I current, uniform current here, okay, surface. But inside the current will be different, right? Okay. Now, case 1. Let the point P resides outside here. Then how do we find the expression for magnetic field? By using Ampere circuital law. What is Ampere circuital law? Integral B dot dl over a closed loop, not surface, loop, length of the loop is equal to mu naught times the current threading or the current flowing through the conductor, that is cylinder here, right? So for that we will find out, draw the diagram like this. Yes, this is the cylinder, it carries I current, we have drawn like this here, and inside the cylinder this is the loop, Amperian loop, outside this is the dotted is the Amperian loop. The case 1 is point P lies outside the cylinder, so we are discussing about only if the point P is considered here. Out of the three cases, Amperian loop, which case is applicable here? DL and B are on the same direction, tangent. The B is lying tangent to the magnetic field line. B is tangential. So angle between DL and B is 0. According to Ampere circuital law, integral B dot dl is mu naught I, that is integral B dot dl cos 0 is mu naught I, B you take outside, integral dl is equal to mu naught I, that is B into 2 pi r. What is integral dl here? Length of this loop. What is the length of the loop here? Circular loop, perimeter, circumference. What is the circumference here? 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the loop. Okay, so we are getting B is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi r. Like straight conductor carrying current only we got for the first case. Clear? Yes. But the actual cylinder radius is capital R. If the point P lies on the cylinder, then what happens? If R is equal to R, if the point P lies on the cylinder, then the value is mu naught I by 2 pi capital R. It is maximum on the cylinder, right? And what is the next case here? Second case we have done here. And in second case here. Now, in the second case, R is less than R. This cylinder. Second case is on the surface, and we will consider this is third case. Yeah, this is the third case we are taking. In third case, there are A and B. There are two cases. This is A. What is A case here? If the current, if R is less than R, that is this one, the small one here, having the radius small r here, then what happens? If the current is on the surface only, closed path of cylinder, inside the current is 0, then B is 0. This is one case. Suppose if the current is flowing only on the surface, there is no current flowing inside the surface, then the value of I is 0, so the value of B is 0. That is case. Under case 2, this is A part. Suppose if the current is flowing inside, then how much magnetic field is there? That we are going to discuss now here. So point Q lies inside the cylinder. What is the current here? The same current will not be there. Current is distributing here. So how can you measure the I dash? Current inside is given by I upon current per unit area into area of the loop. Once again, current in that particular cylinder inside that Amperian loop is given by current per unit area into area of the loop. Current per unit area I by pi r square into pi r square. Pi and pi gets cancelled. So I r square by r square we are getting here. That is the value of I dash. Now according to the Ampere circuital law, what is Ampere circuital law? It is nothing but the line integral of magnetic field is given by mu naught times the current threading the conductor. Here the current threading the conductor is I dash. So we know how to find out the value of I dash. We have converted into I in terms of I here. But here one more point is there. What is that? Inside the conductor there is no air. There is what? What is present? Material is present. So you cannot take mu naught there. You have to multiply that mu naught by mu r, relative permeability. Or you have to consider permeability of that particular medium is given by mu r, relative permeability into mu naught. Like dielectric constant we have done, K is equal to how much? Epsilon medium upon epsilon naught. Similarly, mu r is equal to mu m upon mu naught. So mu m is equal to mu r into mu naught here. That only we are going to take here. So by Ampere circuital law, little bit change is there. On the right side we don't write only mu naught we don't write. We have to multiply it by what? Mu r, where mu r is the permeability of air or permeability of the medium, relative permeability of that particular medium here. It is given by mu r is equal to mu m upon mu naught, or mu m is equal to mu r into mu naught here. So that is why according to Ampere circuital law, where we are here, according to Ampere circuital law, integral B dot dl is given by mu naught into I dash into mu r. This you don't forget here, because the medium is there inside, air is not there. So that is why we have to multiply the relative permeability here. So we will write B dl cos 0 mu naught mu r into I r square by r square. This is the value of current I dash here. Just now we have calculated. So B you take outside, integral dl is mu naught mu r I r square by r square. And you know integral dl is 2 pi r, perimeter or circumference here. So we will write here mu naught into mu r I r square by r square. Here one r get cancelled here. Answer is mu naught into mu r into I r upon 2 pi r square. Because this 2 pi will come to the denominator. So B is directly proportional to R. So I would like to conclude, when we take the cylinder carrying current inside and outside, then the magnetic field is induced inside also. The magnetic field inside the cylinder is increasing directly proportional to R, and on the surface it is maximum, and outside the cylinder B starts decreasing. So graphically we can prove that, we can plot the graph like that. If this is R and this is B, then first from the center if you take, the B value is increasing till the surface. So it is B is proportional to R, directly proportional to R. Maximum value it is reached. Then B starts decreasing with the R outside the cylinder here. So this is a very important question. Generally it will be asked in all competitive examinations also. Take care. Where you commit the mistake generally is, you have to multiply in the case 2, that is inside the cylinder, we have to take the relative permeability of medium. Then only the answer will be correct. Okay children, practice this derivation. See you. Bye bye.